Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my corner of the internet. My name, once again, is Jason. And today we're back with some more Elder Scrolls Arena. Now, we are, of course I recall correctly, we're in the Fortress of Ice, which is a terrifying place. Alright, so I actually, I want to double check something here. I actually cleared, I've been playing another save game along with this one. You know, I try to go a little bit ahead that way there. I'm not just being a total moron and... Did I forget to sell stuff? Oh, I am a total moron. Alright, well I could have sold this dwarven bracelet. Yeah. So I got all the good gear on, it's just I also have stuff I should have probably sold. Now let me take a look here. We've got 34 potion of healing and potion of resist cold. Yeah, you know, I should be okay. I should be. Hopefully. I'll explain that. Basically, I went through this dungeon already, and I would have to say that even compared to the dungeon that comes afterwards, this dungeon here is the hardest one I have played. This one is a pain. I'm going to definitely be needing to make a lot of use of my spells. So let's go ahead and start things off with... oh man, light and light heal. And I've got duplicates in my spell book. Okay, sorry guys, let's spell book. Okay, so, oh, can I just disable them? No, okay, I thought it was like maybe a weapon I could just unequip. Caster invisible for 5 rounds plus 1 round per level. So let's go back to the previous, whoa, this is going really fast. So it looks like the invisibility spells are the same. So let's just go ahead and get rid of one of them. I don't need both. So let's go ahead and delete this spell. Yep, let's remove it from the spell book. We don't need that. We've already got one invisibility. Now, light heal. If I recall correctly, heal itself is not even on my list. Okay, maybe it's just something provided by one of my items. Alright, so this dungeon here is really, from my understanding, very hard. It's, let's see here, resist cold, I'm going to use this. My other player had absolutely no magic, and there are actually enemies in this dungeon which I believe can only be killed by magic. So let's go ahead and use resist cold. I will definitely be needing that. Let's also cast light. Ah, there we go, I can see everything in the dungeon now. And, let's get our sword out, and let's begin crawling through the Fortress of Ice. I want to see how well the resist cold protects me. Holy cow. Okay, wait, where's my light heal? Shouldn't you be near the top? Oh, you're not near the top. I wish you could, like, reorder your spells. Alright, so, yeah, having magic, I think, is actually, makes things a lot easier. My other character was getting, like, two-shotted by, this he was in, basically full plate armor. It was basically just a fighter type character, just running with swords and that's it. And wow, I just got two-shotted. Alright, so let's go try that again. I suspect that, where was I? Here we go. Dungeon. I suspect that my resist spell wore off, so that extra invisibility is going to annoy me, so let's go ahead and get rid of that at least. So let's... Wait, you can't drop it. I'm going to drop a spell. Then again, if it's in my spell book, I technically could drop the spell, but... So, the one thing that sparked... how much does invisibility take up? Not as much as I thought it would. So if I'm invisible, can they just not see me? They can't see me! Alright, so I can prepare for battles before. So I'll just use resist cold, and then run up and... Haha! Alright. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to play this very cautiously. Which really sucks, because this is, like I said, this is a brutal dungeon. This sucker basically just... It kicked the crap out of me. But anyways, I keep getting sidetracked. I am horrible for that. When I noticed the mention of dwarf or dwarven equipment, it reminded me, because I've been trying to get into the lore lately. You know, I've been reading a lot more of the lore, the books in the game and stuff like that. So, let's run through here. And the one thing that I will say feel the need to sort of point out is that dwarves don't actually exist in the Elder Scrolls series. At least not in the sense that you might expect. No! Yes, okay. Dwarves are basically actually just another type of elf. Not a short type, they're just another type of elf. If you've played Morrowind, you know what they look like. Or you've played a lot of Morrowind. You know what I'm trying to say. So, you know, I'm gonna save. I need a working save here. So in town, in game, let's go with this one. Let's turn. No, 22 is the oldest one, I think. Yes. So we should call this one Alexis. Fortress of Ice Working. That's the working one. I didn't bother putting a number there. Why? I don't know. That's probably not a good idea. All right, so let's continue adventuring forward, and hopefully I will not die a horrible, horrible death. Actually, I think I'm going too far, because I actually know which way to go to. Oh, is my invisibility still on? Nice. Which means my resist cold is probably still on. Oh man, I'm just running around everywhere invisible from now on. I can get the jump on everyone. That is an awesome spell. Okay, I'm just gonna rest for an hour. Rather than resting for large amounts of time. Darn it. Enemies nearby and my light spell wore off. Whoa, someone's shooting spells at me. It's probably back this way. You know what? I'm not even going to go bother going back. Oh, he's over here! Cast! But yes, the lore I find is absolutely fascinating, and... Oh, this is not going to end well. Light heal, move out of the way. Wow. Oh, I didn't even see him come around the... Darn it! And these are actually the some of the weaker enemies in this dungeon. So it makes me wonder actually if I should be, if I even should be here, or if I should go do something else, like grind or power up or something elsewhere. Yes, I should go to elsewhere. Oh, I couldn't bring up my map. I was gonna... That's the land that the Khajiits hail from. No, actually that wasn't a good idea, so let's just not rest. Alright, so I've got items. You know, let's try a potion of resist cold. But, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, these enemies definitely seem to do a lot less damage without their magic. So it's like, I think it's probably in my best interest to close, you know, to close range with them in order to stay alive. Let's stay invisible. And I have some potions of restore power. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm not going to bother turning my light back on for now. So, basically, reading through the lore, there are, it seems like all the, not the dwarves, all the elves are descendant from one, we'll say, main race of elves. And I don't want to get too much into lore right now, because, I feel like with all the books in the future games, like in Daggerfall and Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, etc., etc., I feel like if I were to go over lore right now, I would be taking away from the content that I could be talking about when I get to those games. I hate these things. Alright, so... But basically all the elves are sort of descended from these one race of elves kind of thing. The color behind me changed. Does that mean I'm no longer invisible? Let me see. Ah, so blue means I'm invisible. That is good to know. So if you're the color behind your character portrait turns to more of a bluish tint, then you are invisible. I'm going to save before trying to take on this guy, because he's going to wreck me. I just know it. Wait, this is an ice golem, isn't it? Ice golem. These guys can only be hurt by magic. So, let's, shoot fire at him. Oh, come on. Not enough spell points. Is it... Why is he not attacking me? That's like actually got me really confused. Why is he not attacking me? Can I like run through this whole dungeon invisible? Let's try Firestorm. I don't have enough spell points. Okay, I'm guessing that's a pretty meaty spell. Alright, so basically you blast him into a puddle. Now those guys there, like I said, cannot be hurt by... Wonderful crap! By anything but magic. Alright, so this is... Actually, I think we're going to try something different here. This dungeon is, like I stated before, a brutal one. I'm actually going to try to go through the whole dungeon without killing anything. Because I'm playing a Nightblade, right? And Nightblades rely upon magic and stealth. They're a magic stealth type character. So, you know what? I think... Oh, actually, let me take a look at my map. Where am I even going? I think I'm going the right way. So I'm going to try to make my way through this dungeon. Oh, this room here. Yes, I know exactly where I'm at. Crap, get out of here. Well, not get out of the room, but move over this part over here, if I recall correctly. Yes! Okay. I'm looking for the blue square, which is the stairs down, and I am not invisible anymore. So let's go ahead and keep my invisibility going. So now I find myself on the second floor of this dungeon. Just ignore the wolves. I'm basically using Arena's version of sneak. All of these wolves here are actually a lot easier. Actually, you know, I don't want these guys behind me. And it seems their positions are fixed, because I went through here before and I didn't see those specific, or I saw those wolves at that exact spot, is what I'm trying to say. But my mouth seems to be incapable of speaking. Alright, some more of them here. You know what, let's try my luck at them. Yeah. So the regular wolves, not a problem. And as long as I don't attack any, we'll say, ice wolves and stuff, we're good. So I'm gonna just pilfer. Plate pauldron. It might be magical. I'll hang on to it. Okay. Let's put on invisibility again. Let's take a look at the map. Alright. So, I know, because I went through here before, I'm cheating! No, it's just because I don't want to get bogged down getting lost and going, for you guys. You know, if I was playing just strictly by myself, like I was, you know, I'd be taking my time through, like, the whole dungeon, and I'd probably actually go power up and make sure I was strong enough to actually take on the dungeon, even though that's completely idiotic and out of character. My character's a stealth magic character. She should be focusing on, you know, using magics to avoid and, you know, sneak by her opponents. Ha-ha! And there's probably another one behind me. Yep. That gets really annoying, though. By the end of this dungeon, all you hear is... Yep. This dungeon is full of wolves. Now, I don't think there's any doors on this level of the dungeon. Can I actually rest for a bit? I don't want to keep using my potions of restore power. Oh, you know what? I'll take you on. Yep. My saber is broken. I won't take you on. I won't take you on. Alright, so I don't need the saber, so let's go ahead and drop it. Steel saber. Alright, let's hack this guy apart. Hey. I found 31 gold pieces. And I'll leave all the other stuff. So let's cast invisibility, and off we go again. I'm heading north. Let's check in here. Nope. Gonna avoid that. We want to head west. Ooh, a nicely well-lit room. Ooh, ice golem. It's guarding this loot. Let's sneak past him. Haha, doesn't even know I'm here. Grab the money and sneak back out. Oh, that's awesome! You know, I didn't play a sneak. I wasn't playing my character sneakily before, but now I'm like, I can because I have magic to do so. It's a bit of a shame that there's not an actual sneaking mechanic in the game. Let's save here. You know, in the, I think, is it starting in Daggerfall? You have a sneaking ability. You know, I don't know. I don't think I played enough of Daggerfall to really comment on that. So that's why I'm actually really excited to finish Arena, because I want to get to what many people would call the best in the series. Let's go north. And if I recall correctly, yeah, I'm looking for a tablet. A tablet with some information on the location of the Labyrinthian. That's what it was. Which is the next dungeon we go after. And I actually discovered that the Labyrinthian is also in Skyrim. So I went online and I was looking at the maps, and my goodness, was it ever toned down for Skyrim? It makes me sad. I'm like, really? This is what the dungeon is called the Labyrinthian, and you toned it down like that. Wow. You'll see when we get there. Holy cow. No, tablet's not here. Oh, snap. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Ice wolves. Oh, I'm having a blast sneaking around. I think you can only, yeah, so like I said, you can only really do that with magic in Arena, unfortunately. Now, I don't think there's another way over. No, I've actually been going the wrong way. That's what I thought. There's no door. And I'm visible now, so let's see if I can't, enemies are nearby. I'm gonna have to suck it up and use a potion. Potion of restore power. Let's use 2 of them. Let's heal myself up to full, that way there. In case I happen to run out of invisibility right in the middle of a group of guys, it's not the end of the world. Well, no, sorry, it is the end of the world. It'll give me a chance to... It'll give me a chance to get out of there, because I'll be able to have some health to take a hit or two.